What's up, War Gamers? Welcome to the meditations for our most recent Star Wars Shatterpoint Battle Report. Gonna get it right off the hop there. There was a misplay with Plo Koon's identity because Plo Koon's identity is needlessly restrictive.
Yeah, I don't love how restrictive it is, especially when it comes to the distinction between clone trooper
versus clone trooper. The point that it's so restricted that you who've played a lot of the Bad Batch, it even glossed over you when we did it, right?
I totally missed it when it happened, but yeah.
And that's unfortunate. It's on one hand, okay, tight written rules, cool, I like that. On the other hand, it's like I wish it was either I don't know. I don't want to say I wish it was more clear because it is very clear. It's just it's
a little muddy because they are clone troopers. They're just not troopers.
Yeah.
Listen, I know you like Plo Koon. I know this. But if they had really restrictive and tight wording on, Inferno Squad, that would be fine. But it's on Plo Koon.
It's on Plo Koon. And here's the thing, Plo's identity is, even if it was, opened up a little bit more, I don't think it's amazing.
No, I think currently he's a character who peaks at fine.
Yeah, because the other catch is that I also wouldn't have exposed Plo because I wouldn't have been able to use his expert. Oh well, I guess I would have still been able to use his expertise. Right, so that's an option there at least. But yeah, it's one of those things. So yeah, there's an asterisk on this game because that could have easily changed some things. I wouldn't have taken this point as easily. I definitely don't think I would have taken this point over here in the following thing.
Maybe.
But I mean, I might have been able to a double dash followed by an advance because I didn't actually punch anyone. I recovered, didn't I?
Yeah, you didn't punch anybody.
Yeah, so
you know what? I think you definitely could have still taken this point.
Yeah,
this point.
I wouldn't have taken this point, but I could have taken that point. And I think we're where we got. I had an overspill of 2 points anyway, so maybe
it might not have been super relevant, but it was still.
It could have changed how things went down.
Yeah,
right. Because that's another point that would have been in your favor going into it. So. There is definitely some asterisks on the play there, but you know what? They get to see Plo Koon do cool stuff. Mm-hmm. That was cool. So let's talk your squad for a second here because what do you think happened here? Because we know the squad works together, right? We know the strike team works together. Was it just? I don't know. I'm trying to identify where things kind of started going a little bit downhill for you.
I think two big things kind of went wrong. One was I drew Dooku a whole lot later than he wants to.
Yeah.
He was my last draw, and by the time he got to go, he had been force pushed to the edge of the table. Had he gone earlier and been the one scrapping with someone like Wrecker or
if you'd gotten Dooku here early on, different story, right?
It would have been a menace.
Right? Yeah.
I think that was a big thing, and I think the other big thing that really got me was less a mistake on my part and more just a correct decision on your part. You targeted down the Magna Guard, you targeted down the B1s, and you made the rest of my synergies not really work.
Especially late game, we hit a point where we knew you had the two tacticals left in the deck, and you're like, yeah, these guys are kind of dead draws.
Yep.
Because all the supports were knocked down, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, and I think that's basically just how you deal with Separatists, right? You knock out their supports. Grievous can do a lot of work, but he can only ever score 1 point on his own.
Mm-hmm.
Dooku can hold a point like nobody's business, unless somebody's just pushing him around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think I cut down your efficiencies a little bit,
yep.
And I think in some cases, excuse me, I got lucky with some of my attacks into them.
Mm-hmm.
I think I took the Magnas down over there a lot faster than I thought I would.
I think so too. It was pretty. You were quite efficient with the murder.
I was, and I think that's just Hunter, right?
Hunter. Can we talk about how cool Hunter was today?
Yes, we can, because oh my goodness, Hunter, I think Plo did a lot of work, but I think Hunter was the one who made the big plays.
He did, and I think it came down in no small part to the crazy mobility he has access to. He can just go across the board.
He was over here and ended a turn over here, right? Yep. And that was without even really trying, right? It was crazy. Hunter just moves like a fiend. I've been on the receiving end of it a whole bunch of times, and that was with me forgetting about his ability to move after you move a primary all but one time.
No, that was partially because I did move my primaries very, very late.
Which is fair.
Yep.
Which is fair. But going into this game, I kept telling myself, remember to move Hunter on the primaries. Remember to move Hunter. I think I remembered once when you moved Dooku up here, and that was it.
Yeah.
But because Hunter could have been all over the map a lot more.
He was strained for a couple of the times that I was doing primaries.
He was wounded though. Oh, yeah.
The first time he was
the first Grievous move. Yeah.
Yeah. But, and then when Dooku walked up, you did miss that, and then we walked over here, you did it. It was.
Yeah. And then we missed the second Grievous move over here.
Goodness.
Well,
there's so many things going on with that guy. It's hard to keep track sometimes.
Yeah.
Especially because if it's an attack action or something that's a very notable thing that you're keeping track of, a move action we're very often just I'm going to move and then I'm going to do the thing that matters, right? Yeah. So we kind of fast track along to the thing that matters, but this time the move matters.
Yeah. And it's kind of funny because you filmed with me enough at this point that filming does kind of a weird thing to our brains while we're playing. Like stuff that we don't miss when we're playing regularly, for whatever reason we will miss while we're filming.
Yeah, because we have other stuff that we're thinking of.
Yeah, we're thinking about a whole bunch of other things. And it's ironic because we also stop between almost every draw and we're like, okay, and we actually both talk it over. It's
we talk things over.
What can we do here? And I try to offer you my honest feedback, and you try to offer me your honest feedback. And there have been times when you're like, I think you should do this. And I'll look at him like, oh, you are absolutely right.
Cough, cough, Hunter.
Yeah. And, no, your expertise with Hunter, you told me that. And then there are times when I will look at your board state and go, I think you should do this way instead. Yes. And, sometimes that's just how things go. But yeah, this was an interesting game. I think Separatists are in a slightly worse space than Republic.
I think so too. I think that the Bad Batch really brought some new life into the Republic, and you were really able to, especially with these tight alleyways that we were fighting in, really take good advantage of the wolf pack.
Oh man, can I just say, rolling what was it? 5 base plus an expertise, plus a focus, so for 6 plus an additional 6.
Yeah, you were rolling some crazy die pools with those guys. They were getting some consistently big damage.
12 dice into the Magna Guards, and then Wolf coming over here and throwing I think it was 13 dice.
Yeah, that was a phenomenal use of the board state.
Yeah, the Wolfpack really showed up this game, and I don't know if I would go as far as to say they were the linchpin of the team, but I think they facilitated a lot of stupid play.
I think so too.
It was great. I was very happy to finally make good use of Plo Squad and the Wolfpack and all that sort of stuff. It was good to see the droids on the table.
Yeah. You gotta bust them out every now and then, you look at your collection and you go, oh yeah, droids.
I'm just, I'm hoping that Riff Tamsin really
give me Riff or give me death.
Yeah, really reinvigorates things. I'm really hoping we see the commando droids, the assassin droids, the where are the droidicas?
Give me Trench.
Oh, I want to see Admiral Trench. Yeah, they need something. They need something to kind of. I think they need some different secondaries. Not that Kraken and Kalani are bad. It's just I think they need some different secondaries to just kind of they need some way to move primaries.
Yeah.
Right? Because if you could have a way of moving Grievous out of sequence,
things get really big there.
They need a Rex.
Yeah.
Is what they do, right? They need a Rex.
Who's their Rex?
It's probably just another tactical droid of some sort.
Wow, rude. Trying to think
am I wrong?
You're right, but trying to think of some ancillary droid.
Yeah, because I think the secondary that's coming with Riff Tamsin is just the the aquatic guy.
Yeah.
So I don't think he might move a primary. Who knows?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think Separatists need a way to move a primary in some way or another. Because I think that's where a lot of the strength in the game is right now. The more characters we can move out of sequence, the better. So,
yeah.
But anyway, Alex, as always, great game, man. Had a lot of fun.
Fantastic game.
And we will see you guys next time. Happy wargaming.